In today's episode of the Hexagon Challenge, we have a major injury to one of our starters. We reveal who it is, and we also meet a familiar foe, Real Santander, away in a cup game where we look to consolidate top spot in our group. And it's live. Hello everyone, welcome back to Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. If you are new to the channel or you haven't done so yet and this is not your first time here, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It will make Shaun a very happy chappy. And also if you like today's episode, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Today, from when you were last here, we had that 0-0 dull draw against Agias Pereira and then a 5-0 shellacking of top division Alianza Petrolera. If you didn't check out today's episode, then make sure you do, especially that second game. You can probably skip the first one if we're being totally honest. We have played 3 games since then. We will bring you the highlights. A good result, a nice 4-0 victory against Depor FC, who are in the playoff picture in our division, keeping the momentum up from that cup game. See by the stats, it was a good dominant performance following on from what we did against the top division team. Started in the 21st minute, the goal scoring, a nice ball out wide to Labastides. Venegas holding up in the box. Roman charging onto a pass from him and he buried that bottom left corner. A nice finish from our right back. About 10 minutes later, Cuernu on the left will whip a ball in and it's Labastides at the far post who has the angle on the goalkeeper. He's had a few open goals with his open shots with his head on that far post so far this season, Labastides. And he was able to put another one away. A good fizz ball in there from Marulanda to Venegas to make it 3-0 in the second half, and then a penalty not long after that, which wrapped it up at 4-0 after 65 minutes. Caicedo, our captain, burying that one. A very good performance, as you can see. Off the back of that, we played Union Magdalena, and yeah, this mixed consistency continues from our boys. We go in these nice goal scoring runs and then we go in a bit of a dry spell, and again it's happened. A 1-1 draw against Union Magdalena. We were pretty fortunate here, it has to be said. Stat wise, we were the dominant team, but a lot of our players didn't perform that well. You look at the average ratings, Venegas, Marulanda, Caicedo, Roman, all having very average games. We also brought Salas on off the bench late and he picked up a injury. It wasn't a big one, he was only out for 2 days. Union Magdalena, straight off the kickoff, got off to a flyer. Miranda putting a lovely ball, catching our defence off, and Uratia buried that bottom right corner, and it wasn't until deep in injury time that we were able to rescue something from this. Cuernu putting a nice ball in, and Labastides this time in the middle of the pack, of the box, getting his head to it and putting it in the top left corner, and we rescue a point away from home that we didn't really deserve, if we're being honest. A game that, while the stats indicate that we dominated, we really never looked like creating much in that game. Didn't threaten overly, but we got a point, and I'm not too displeased about that given the nature of the performance. And then only 3 days before this game, so we haven't had long to recover before today's game against Real Santander, we had a game against Vessel Rojo, and it was a 1-0 win at home. A better performance, a game that if we didn't win, I would have been really upset, because you look at those stats and XG-wise, just not clinical enough, our boys, but we just did enough to get the job done very early on, and it was 2. In the 4th minute, Roman and Caicedo playing it around the edge of the box, Venegas getting his head on one, and Marulanda running onto it and getting it past the goalkeeper, and that was really the only action. We had lots of good chances, but not able to put any more away, and we clung on to a 1-0 win. You can see there, 18 corners to 5. We really did play well. Of note in the team selection, as we look at possession there too, it was a really good performance. We should have won by more than 1-0. And you will notice that Acosta is at left back. There is a reason for that, and this is it. Before that last game in training, Sebastian Cuernu, our left back who does long throws, is quite good at free kick, damaged his Achilles tendon and is out for, it says 5 to 6 months. It's looking more like 4 to 6 months, but it's a big injury, and it just might make life slightly more difficult for us. If we look at our team report and who we can put in there, you notice the options are Acosta, who's there at the moment, and also Hysén Hurtado, who can also cover centre back. So I'm at the moment leaning towards him as a bench option with Acosta starting. The other option we have is Carlos Ordonez, who is our second best long throw taker in the team. So another way of getting around this that I'm thinking of is moving Ordonez out to the left back, given that he's a bit better at long throws than Acosta, only by 1. And same with Hurtado as well. They're both 9 with long throws. So all our left back options are actually really good at long throws compared to the rest of the team. One option that we could do if Acosta doesn't work out is put Ordonez out there and Hurtado into centre-back. Hurtado, a good header of the ball. Ordonez not quite doing so well in that facet from corners and long throws recently. But as you saw in that last game, Acosta had a 7.8 rating and was our only player in the team of the week for the game week leading into this one. So we will leave him there for now. But that catches you guys up on things. We'll look at the competition. Ignore the cup because we're going to... actually, the cup's today, so don't ignore that. But focus, in the meantime, between games has been on the league, and we currently have a 4-point gap, albeit Ozomazo do have a game in hand on us. Hopefully, Deportivo Pereira can do us a favour there, and it might help us just finally establish a bit of a break on the rest of the pack, because that is something that when we've had the opportunity to do so far this season, we have been unable to take. Every time we get into a really good position, we get 2 wins and then we seem to follow it up with a draw. We're averaging 7 points every 3 games. I'd like to get a bit more of a run going. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get the consistency out of these boys at the moment, but we'll put the league to one side. That will be in tomorrow's episode. We've got a game against Boyacá Chico is the one that I am planning for the episode. The team who were in second, now in third. That should be an interesting battle. They've only lost once this season. But today we take on Real Santander. They are 10th in the league, but last time we did play them was in the cup. It was our only draw to date. It was a really dull game, 0-0. But this is a team that we need to be beating. I really want to consolidate top position in the cup. We've got over a week until our next game, about a week and a half. So we will be able to chuck the boys fully into this without worrying about what's coming up the next few days. And they are the weakest team in our group. So if we aren't able to pick up the whole 3 points against them, we will be leaving ourselves open. The other game is between the 2 top division teams, Alianza Petrolera and Envigado. On form, you'd say Alianza Petrolera should be winning that, but you never know. If Envigado can do us a favour, we might be able to pinch a break depending on how well we do. So we will get into today's game. You can see the opposition report. Real Santander, a lot more weaknesses than strengths these days. They do look a team that isn't as good as they were last season when they were with us in the second phase semi-finals, but they are playing a 4-4-2. Pole is still there. That is the only name that I recognise. They seem to have lost Caballero, who was a bit of a nuisance in the games that we've faced against them so far. But Pole is definitely a player that we'll need to keep an eye on. A good fullback. But in terms of our team, this is how we're going to line up. It is our best 11 from the start of the season, with, of course, Acosta coming in for Cuernu due to that big injury. In terms of our bench, Fabian Angulo is back. He takes John James' place. John James has done a really good job for us off the bench when we have called on him. But Angulo, a slightly better player, and James can go get some more game time with the under-20s. Otherwise, more or less the same team as we have been rolling out for most of the season. So I will see you at kickoff. So here we are, about to get underway. We are away, but in our red and black home shirt with the black shorts this time. Real Santander, as they have been the last few times we've played them, in their white with blue stripes and the white shorts. We kick off playing right to left, give the ball away from kickoff, but luckily nothing coming from it. Long throw after 16 minutes, the first highlight of the game. Acosta has his long throw headed back out to him, and we build again from the back. Roman will find Sinister in the midfield. Tries to find Labastidas, but the ball is cleared. Roman puts it back in the mixer. But now Real Santander will look to counter-attack us. There's Pole back to Murgas. And him and Yaskuran playing a bit of 1-2. And they've given it away to Caicedo here. What is he going to do? He doesn't mind a long shot. He has one. And it's in. It's hit the post and gone back in off the goalkeeper. A very fortunate goal for us there. Murgas was trying to find Gonzalez. Casado has cut it out. He has a shot. It's hit Gonzalez. He's sort of got his bearings back and kicked it into his own net. Not the best effort from him there, but we'll take it. The first shot of the game, and we are 1-0 up after 18 minutes. Although now Real Santander with a corner. We do clear it away initially. Pleto. They're on the edge of the box here, and Ciso puts a ball in. Edmonds Green heads it clear. Sinistera will boot it. Also hit it out, I should say. And now Venegas will have a run down that left-hand side. Had a pretty good game last game despite not scoring. He puts a ball in and they do clear this away. Suarez back in the midfield. Back to Ordonez. Acosta. Sinistera will find Labastidas, who buries that. He was onside. That was my query about that. And we have kicked into gear after the first 15 minutes with a quick double. That one a lot more convincing than the first goal. That one well and truly earned. And we go 2-0 up. He isn't onside. It's a really nice time run there by Labastidas. Powerful strike that Gonzalez gets his hands to, but he's not able to keep it out of the net. You can see the run here. He is about a stride on the right side of the defender, and with the momentum is able to get a break on him. And we earn a 2-0 lead after 22 minutes. Throw in after 36 minutes. Real Santander with it deep in their own half though, and we have been able to get possession off them. Labastidas tries to find Marulanda but is unable to do so. Real Santander looking to boot the ball down towards or out of their own half, but we are able to nip that in the bud. There's Marulanda now right on the edge of the box, back to Acosta. Here's a shot. Labastidas I think he's pinched a goal off him there because that looked to be going in anyway. Luckily, he was onside and heads it in for his second of the game. We've got this replay. Acosta putting the ball through for Marulanda. It's gone back to Acosta, and you have a look at this. I'm pretty sure that's going in. The goalkeeper was trying to parry it away. I don't know if he would have got to it. Labastidas was past him, but luckily was onside. 3-0 as we come up to 40 minutes. A good performance from the boys in the first half here. Very clinical with only 4 shots overall. And indeed, that is half time. As I said, very clinical. Only the 4 shots with 3 on target, and all the ones on target have found the back of the net. So a really good half from us there. A double to Labastidas, as well as Caicedo contributing to the own goal off the keeper. His shot hitting the post and then rebounding in while the Real Santander goalkeeper looked to regain his bearings, and we can be pretty happy with that, I think. I'll tell the boys I'm very pleased, and we'll get straight into the second half. Looks like a few guys are on yellow hearts, so we might need to look to rotate, but at 3-0 we can do that. Real Santander will kick off the second half. They are playing right to left. And they've got a goal. I wasn't expecting that straight from kickoff, if I'm being honest. I thought that was just a highlight. Javier Gonzalez puts one in the back of the net. There's Yasguarin going down the right wing. We put a tackle and it has been blocked, and Gonzalez just boots that into the bottom right corner. Not a good start from our boys there. 3-1 to start the second half. Free kick. Labastidas takes it. He whips it in, and Ordonez gets his head to it. And finally, another goal for Carlos Ordonez. As I said before the game, it's been a while since he's got a goal. He did start off so well for us once we joined, but this is more like it. Labastidas putting a nice ball into the mixer. The goalkeeper not having a good game. He sort of comes out for that, doesn't get to it, and we are able to consolidate our lead back to 3 goals. 4-1 after 55 minutes. Okay, it is now 64 minutes gone. It remains 4-1, and Real Santander looking to build something from the back here. Yazcuaran, who got that assist for their first goal straight after half time. He goes down the left, and Acosta has fouled him. Yazcuaran, giving us a few headaches at the moment. And they have a penalty. Romero will tuck it away, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And they hang with us at the moment. It is 4-2. And we are just letting them back in this game. Yazcuaran causing us quite a few problems. down that right hand side. Coming up to 70 minutes, a goal kick here to Real Santander, and they look to make this game quite tight, although Ordonez is able to catch this out. That's a one-on-one with the keeper for Labastidas, but a good tackle I think that was. And then Venegas gets his attempted cross blocked. A decent chance there for a hat-trick for Labastidas. Not able to take it. We have made a sub at Garcia coming on for a tired Sinistera. It remains 4-2, 70 minutes gone. And another highlight. Garcia will collect that headed clearance from Real Santander, and Acosta now in for Marulanda on the edge of the box, back out to Acosta. Garcia fresh off the bench. We play it back to Suarez, just knocking the ball around amongst ourselves in a good area. Roman now down that right will put a ball in. Venegas has had a couple of swings at the ball, but both of them blocked, and it will remain 4-2. Okay, we do have some red hearts, and they are the players that we're going to deal with. Loman, we will bring off at the back. We'll give Fabian Angelo his first game in quite a while in terms of the first team. And we've got Labastidas, who's on a hat-trick, so we'll leave him on, and we'll bring Caicedo off. We'll put Oligo on for him, and yeah, that will be fine. We'll just switch him and Garcia around. Oligo being a bit more of a attacking player, he can go in the box-to-box role. That's our subs done. 15 minutes to hold on to this 2-goal lead. And it's a free kick, 82 minutes gone. Murgas gets his head to it, but it is just over the bar. Coming back strongly here, Real Santander, but they don't have much time if they want to do something. Only 6 minutes now. But in terms of the second half, they have definitely had the better of it as they look to build from the back from a throw-in. Murgas in the midfield will find Esprilla. I hope he doesn't play it forward. He doesn't. Marulanda tackles him, but gets it back. And Paul Gonzalez, I'm looking out for their right winger. Murgas will try and find Reyes, but it's cut out. And now Labastidas is on a run, but he also gets the ball taken off him. Caballero off the bench. Him and Gonzalez playing the ball amongst each other, but Suarez is able to pinch it. And now Venegas is through. He has a good shot. It had some power on it, but a very nice save from the goalkeeper for Real Santander there. Keeps them in this game somewhat. We now have a corner. It is cleared, and now Gonzalez for them is going to try and get us on the counter, but Suarez tackles nicely. Tries to play a ball to Labastidas, but it's cut out. It is all action at the moment. Caballero, another tackle, and now Marulanda will look to get them on the break. Labastidas, can he make it a hat-trick? No, a good tackle. You can see he's very tired, but we don't have any subs left, so we can't make a change, and we have another corner. Acosta puts it in. Well headed away by Caballero. Suarez keeps it in, but only for them to gain possession, but luckily nothing coming up from it. 89 minutes gone. We remain 4-2 up. So we are in injury time. Still a bit of time left though, still 3.5 minutes, and it's Real Santander off a highlight. Asprilla surely offside there. And indeed he was. He did hit the post, but he looked a fair way offside. And now we will have a free kick from that offside, and we play it out from the back rather unconvincingly between the centre backs, but we eventually find Angelo, who finds Labastidas. He goes down the right. What can he do? Definitely the player of the match so far. He runs into a tackle. That's what he does. And Coleno will bomb it forward. Edmonds Green, a good tackle on Asprilla, but unfortunately he was on the wrong side of things, and they have got themselves back in this. It was a good tackle, but he was on the wrong side of the attacker, and he kicked it towards our goal. We're collapsing a bit here. We haven't conceded 3 goals very often, so this is a concern, and there's still 2 minutes to play. It's a good finish. Maybe Sandoval could do better there, but it's squeaky bum time. 4-3 with 2 minutes to go, and I will tell the boys to really slow this tempo down. I think it's going to be the best way to do it, and also a lot shorter passing. Be more disciplined, and I think that should help. We're already wasting time. Let's see how these last 2 minutes play out. Nothing as of yet, and we have a long throw, 1 minute over the recommended time. The keeper will get it, but hopefully there's the final whistle, and it is. We cling on to a 4-3 win there. Boy, did Real Santander come back at us in that second half. We were up 3-0 at half time, but we did lose the second half 3-1. Luckily we did get that one goal. It was to Carlos Ordonez off a free kick, and that was crucial in helping us secure a win. Player of the game, definitely Labastidas. He got 2 goals and set up the Ordonez goal as well. Caicedo contributed to the other one, which was ruled as an own goal against their goalkeeper. In terms of ratings, Marulanda and Venegas, when they fire, it's usually both of them firing. They are interlinked, those two. They seem to, one of them's having a bad game, the other one has a bad game. The other concerning rating there was Sandoval. He's been really good for us over about the last month, so I can't get too harsh on him. But maybe he could have done better with that last goal. But in the end, we do get a win, and that is what matters. We will hold top spot in our group. I want to tell the boys that I don't know what happened in the second half. So we'll do the almost prayer hands. And Alianza Petrolera, once I find their result down here, have bet Envigado 3-0. So it definitely looks like a battle between us and them for top spot in this group. Got Envigado before we have a game against Alianza Petrolera, which is after our last league game of the season. So that will be it for today's episode. A good first half followed by a very scratchy one as we hold on for a 4-3 win. At least we're getting 3 points though. Tomorrow we will be back only 2 games further on. We are going to take on third placed, I should say, Boyacá Chico. They might be second place by the time this game starts, in a league game away from home. Should be a good test for us. They were quite good last season as well. They were featuring quite highly in both the playoff stages. So be a good test to see where we are at, and if we are indeed favourites as the media are suggesting. We will just have a quick look at that too, because our odds did come in at one stage, but they have gone back out to 1-91. So obviously the media is still quite liking us. But that will do for today. Tomorrow, Boyacá Chico away. If you have enjoyed today's video, please remember to subscribe to the channel to keep up with this Hexagon challenge and hit that thumbs up button. But until tomorrow and Boyacá Chico, enjoy the rest of your day.